The all-new Land Rover 2026. And the moment you see it, you just know you're looking at something special. That's exactly the feeling Land Rover seems to be aiming for this year. A perfect blend of luxury, ruggedness, and futuristic design. The first thing that hits you is the design. Land Rover didn't try to reinvent the wheel, they refined it. The lines are cleaner, the stance is wider, and the iconic Land Rover silhouette is still there, but now it feels sharper, more modern. The front fascia carries slimmer LED headlights that look like a pair of eyes squinting with confidence. The grille has been redesigned to look more sculpted and aerodynamic, giving the SUV a presence that's bold without being aggressive. You see it once, and you remember it. Now, you can't talk about the 2026 model without talking about the new hybrid engine. Land Rover finally found that sweet spot. Power without guilt. It's a setup that gives you punch when you want it, smoothness when you need it, and efficiency that genuinely makes a difference. For city driving, the electric assistance makes it feel light and quiet. But once you hit rough terrain or open highways, the gas engine steps in and the whole thing feels like pure Land Rover. Capable, confident, and completely unbothered by the world around it. And speaking of rough terrain, the off-road features on this model are honestly ridiculous in the best way. You get improved terrain response, smarter traction control, and a suspension system that seems to know the road before you do. Whether you're climbing over rocks, driving through sand, or just dealing with a rainy day, the 2026 Land Rover feels like it's always one step ahead. It reminds you why Land Rover built its name on off-roading in the first place. But then you step inside, and suddenly the ruggedness turns into pure luxury. The interior for 2026 feels like a lounge mixed with a tech hub, soft-touch materials everywhere, cleaner dashboard lines, and Land Rovers. Most responsive infotainment system yet. The screens are crisp, the animations are smooth, and the controls feel intuitive. The ambient lighting gives it a warm, premium vibe, and the seats, oh man, they're the kind of seats that make long trips feel too short. Land Rover also worked on cabin quietness this year, and you notice it immediately. It feels insulated, peaceful, like the world outside has been turned down. Now let's talk pricing. The 2026 model does come in higher than previous years, but honestly, when you look at what you're getting, it makes sense. More tech, better comfort, improved hybrid performance, and a design that feels years ahead. It's one of those SUVs where you look at it and think, yeah, this is premium. And I get why. And when you compare it to past models, it's interesting. The classic Land Rover DNA is still here. You can feel it in the ride, the capability, the overall attitude of the vehicle. But everything else, the refinement, the technology, the efficiency, it's all been elevated. It's like Land Rover took what people already loved and just polished it into something even more modern and future-friendly. So if you're someone who loves adventure but doesn't want to compromise on comfort, or you love luxury but still want something genuinely capable, or maybe you just want a vehicle that makes you feel something every time you see it, the Land Rover 2026 is exactly that kind of SUV. Stylish, powerful, efficient, and still unapologetically Land Rover. And honestly, I think a lot of people are going to fall in love with this one.